Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. 30 years, one verdict, and 5 truths so explosive. They didn't just destroy Luna, they shattered everyone around her. The courtroom in Genoa City became the stage for one of the most intense moments we have ever seen. Luna was sentenced to 3 decades behind bars, but that wasn't even the most shocking part. Right after the verdict, Electra stepped forward and revealed 5 jaw dropping truths about Luna's actions. Truths that exposed a web of lies, manipulation, and betrayal that ran deeper than anyone could have imagined. So picture this with me for a second. The courtroom is dead silent, the kind of silence that feels heavy in your chest. Then suddenly, bang, the gavel comes down. The sharp sound echoes through the room. And just like that, everything changes. Luna is officially sentenced to 30 years in prison, and you can literally feel the air shift. Some people gasp, others just sit there frozen, trying to process what they just heard. It's not just shock, it's disbelief, grief, anger, all tangled together. Because no matter what Luna did, this is huge. This is life altering. But before anyone can even fully react, Electra steps forward. And let me tell you, the energy she brings, intense. You can see it on her face, the mix of anger, relief, and something else, like she's been waiting for this moment. Like she's been holding onto something that she can finally release. And then she starts talking. The first truth she drops hits like a punch to the gut. Luna had been living a lie for months, not just small lies, an entire false identity. She fooled Will, she fooled everyone. She created this carefully crafted version of herself and slipped in right into the life like she belonged there. And the scary part, she did it flawlessly. Even the people who are usually sharp, who notice everything, they didn't catch it. Brooke, Hope, Liam, they're just sitting there stunned, realizing that everything they believed about Luna was fake, that their trust wasn't just broken, it was used against them. But Electra doesn't stop there. The second truth, even darker. Luna wasn't working alone. There was someone else involved, someone still unknown. Together, they tampered with medical records. Let that sink in. Medical records, that's not just manipulation, that's dangerous, that's calculated. And why? To control outcomes, custody battles, paternity issues. She was literally rewriting reality to suit her plan. At this point, you can hear whispers spreading across the courtroom. People are looking at each other like, how did we not see this? Because now it's not just about lies, it's about how deeply those lies infiltrated their lives. Then comes truth number 3. And this one hurts on a different level. Electra reveals that Luna sabotaged Lee's research, not by accident, not carelessly, on purpose. She put lives at risk just to push her own agenda. And you can see it all over Lee's face. The moment when everything clicks, when all the confusion she's been carrying suddenly turns into heartbreak. Because she tried to help Luna, she tried to guide her, and all along, Luna was working against her. By now, the courtroom feels like it's closing in. The tension is unreal, but Electra keeps going. The fourth truth is the one that completely breaks Will. Luna didn't just lie to him, she played him. She built a connection with him on purpose, knowing exactly what he needed emotionally, and then used that to manipulate him. His trust, his feelings, his vulnerability, all of it became tools in her plan, and you can actually see it hitting him in real time. His face goes pale, his hands shake. It's like the ground just disappeared beneath him, because the person he cared about most wasn't real. And then the final truth. And honestly, this one sends shockwaves through the entire room. Luna didn't just lie and manipulate. She framed people, innocent people, friends, family, colleagues. She planted evidence to make it look like they were responsible for things she had done. And then everything would eventually come out. She had a plan to flip the story and make herself look like the victim. It's almost unbelievable. You can see Reach and Brooke exchange this look like, how did it get this far? Liam is just furious, but holding it in. Hope looks like she's about to break down, because now they realize it wasn't just betrayal, It was a complete destruction of trust. Inside that courtroom, it becomes suffocating. Outside, the media is already going wild, trying to get every detail, but inside, it's personal, it's painful, and Luna, she's sitting there calm, almost too calm, like she's accepted it, but at the same time, there's this edge to her expression, like she still believes she was in control at some point. As Electra continues laying everything out, the fake documents, the manipulation, the psychological games, it becomes clear this wasn't random. This wasn't impulsive, this was planned, carefully, over time. And honestly, that's what makes it terrifying. The entire room feels it. The lawyers, the jury, even the judge. You can tell they're realizing just how deep this goes. With every detail, the emotional weight gets heavier. Liam starts thinking about what could have happened to Will. Brooke is overwhelmed, thinking about the damage done to her family. Hope is barely holding herself together. And through all of it, Electra stands there, steady, unwavering, like she knows this needed to be said. Like this is the only way forward. When she finally finishes, there is this moment where no one speaks. It's like the entire courtroom exhales at once. Because, as shocking as everything was, it finally makes sense. And strangely, that 30-year sentence, it almost feels justified, maybe even necessary. But here's the thing that doesn't fix anything because once all of this settles, the real damage becomes clear. The family's broken trust, gone. Everything they thought they knew, questioned. Reggie standing there trying to stay strong, but you can't see it's eating at him. Brooke is quietly crying, already thinking about how to hold everyone together. Liam is barely containing his anger, focusing all of it on protecting Will, who is now completely shattered. Hope, she's angry, but determined. He can tell she's not going to let this define them, but it's not going to be easy. And Electra, after everything, she walks out knowing she did the right thing. That exposing the truth, no matter how painful, was necessary. Outside, the world is already leveling Luna as the villain. But inside these families, it's not that simple. There's pain, yes, anger, absolutely, but also this lingering sadness. Because healing from something like this doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take time, a lot of time, because what Luna broke wasn't just trust, it was people. What makes this moment so powerful isn't just the verdict, it's what it represents. This isn't a simple case of right and wrong anymore. It's about how deeply manipulation can go when someone is patient, intelligent, and completely willing to cross every line. Luna's actions didn't just hurt individuals, they destabilized entire families. The Forrester and Spencer circles were built on trust, and now that foundation is cracked, and once trust is broken at that level, rebuilding it becomes one of the hardest things possible. At the same time, Electra's role here is huge. She becomes the turning point. Without her stepping forward, who knows how long Luna could have continued, or how much worse things could have gotten. But even with justice served, the emotional aftermath is just beginning. Because legal consequences end in a courtroom, but emotional consequences follow you everywhere. Honestly, this whole thing is heartbreaking. Because, yeah, Luna did terrible things. No questions about that. But what really gets me is the level of planning behind it. That's not something that happens overnight. That's someone choosing again and again to manipulate, to deceive, to hurt people. And Will, I feel for him the most. That kind of betrayal, it changes you. It makes you question everything, even yourself. At the same time, I respect Electra so much for standing up and saying everything. That couldn't have been easy. Imagine carrying all the truth and knowing how much damage it's going to cause when it comes out. But sometimes the truth hurts because it has to. So now, we are left with the city in shock, families trying to pick up the pieces, and one huge question hanging in the air. What happens next? Can the Forrester and Spencer family ever rebuild what they lost? We will ever be able to trust someone again? And do you think Luna's story is truly over? Or is there still more we haven't uncovered? I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you are following this storyline as closely as I am, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Because trust me, this drama is far from over.